Hey you, this is yet another camera practice, camera presence practice, and also English practice. So it's the middle of this day, and I've got an iPad with Kindle ready. So I'm gonna start in a minute. But first of all, I'm warning you, please don't watch this video. It is not aimed to be a good production value thing. It's for the sake of my own practice and progress in mainly two areas: English and camera presence. So my main goal is to become more comfortable in front of the camera, and also simultaneously using English, because it's not my own native language. It's not my native language. The ideal would be to feel completely without any preference, I would say, or initial preference, or initial kind of like prejudice, if there is such a word. So to be in front of the camera as if I don't have any bad experience or any bad associations with camera, because it's very curious and interesting that in front of the camera I feel some things, because like I've never been hurt by a camera. Camera has never attacked me or has never done anything wrong to me, but still my body reacts as if it's a threat. And emotional response that I have, my own emotional response, it's not adequate. I would say it's not I don't know the word. It's not not aligned, but I would not expect such response for anything that new. So, that being said, let's see what is the next highlight that I have in my Kindle. I am reading not before I start doing that. I want to do one more thing. And I want to remind myself what are the things that I'd like to deliberately work on in this video or during this practice. So thing number one, I want to try to be aware that I am in front of the camera and it's recording whatever I say, whatever I do, and in the end, I will upload that to YouTube, to a place where anybody who will have access, who wants it, will have access to this video and can watch it. Though I really doubt that anybody will watch this video, because there is no reason for that. So thing number one that I would like to deliberately keep in my own focus or the background somewhere within my conscious is that I am being recorded and that the camera is on. The second thing that I'd like to work on and keep focus on, at least partially, is I don't want to rush. I'd like to slow down and take things slowly and say things slowly, think things or thoughts slowly, and give myself enough time to be able to process what's going on here, and more importantly, to experience what's going on here. So, for example, to experience that thing that I described in the previous point, that I am being recorded, to experience that I'm sitting here, to experience that I'm talking to the camera, to experience that I feel some tension in my in the lower area of my throat, and to hear myself, hear my voice, to notice my thoughts, to feel like I've got a cup of tea here, so and I can feel the warmth or warm air that's coming up and with my hand. So slow down and do things slowly during this video. Point number 3, or thing number 3 that I would like to be at least partially aware of, or like sometime be aware of throughout this video, during this video, is is that I am using English as the language, as the tool to express myself, or like the language I'm using to record this video is English, and that's it. So English. 3 things. The last 2 times that I described these things, I had more things to describe, so I'm a little confused why I have less. But I'd say these 3 things are the most important ones. I remember. No, then there is thing number 4, or point number 4, and it's for me to be aware, or I'll try to be aware of what's happening right now. So, for example, that this camera is recording me, and it's not a threat, that nothing dangerous is happening here except for me trying to express my thoughts. So maybe for the people who will watch this video, despite my warnings. And that I've got a cool Loki poster that to the left, and it looks on me it has this kind stare, or look. So it's friendly. He's friendly. Loki, come on. He's a god of mischief, but he looks friendly. Maybe he tricks me, but still, to this point number 4 for me, to be aware during this video that I am safe here, that even though people can, anybody can watch this video, I am protected. I have this layer of protection from any harmful thing that could happen to me. Well, I'm protected enough. I'm not 100% protected, but still, nothing bad will happen if anybody decides to try to offend me, or say some mean things, or be passive aggressive or toxic, leave some unpleasant comments. So they will be on YouTube, but still nothing changes actually physically in my life. So those 4 points are, I said them and I said them. I said those, and let's now go to get to the actual. I don't remember what I rumbled on the last video, but I really like this highlight, or this sentence: judge a man by his questions rather than his answers. And one of the things that Tim Ferriss explicitly said, and that caught my attention, was that he advised to, or he told that it's very beneficial. It's been very beneficial for him to use certain questions, and that a certain asking certain question yourself, so myself and others, can dramatically increase whatever results I would want to achieve. So somewhere I remember that I have another highlight about questions, but okay. From Peter Thiel: if you have a 10-year plan of how to get somewhere, you should ask, why can't you do this in 6 months? So here's an example. For example, a question that turns the things upside down, that disrupts a normal flow of things, that can do this. So if I ask this question myself, so I have some plans for 10 years, why can't I do this in 6 months? And I believe that I will find reasons and find arguments or answers why not, but still maybe asking this question when thinking about long-term goals and results, like huge results, trying to answer this question, like why can't I, like what's preventing me from, can improve things or have this potential for a lot of improvements. And it's not like guaranteed that by answering this question, or asking yourself or your partner or your business partner or your boss or whatever, like, or employees, this question that there is an answer. So for everything, so if I have plans for 10 years and ask myself, why can't I do this in 6 months? I believe that not for all the things it's possible to cut down or to achieve those in 6 months. For some, it can be 2 years or 3 years or 5 years. So like 2x improvement. For some, it's like minus 2 years. So it's like, instead of 10 years, it's 8. For some, it's 10. And so like nothing, like the plan was 10 years and we achieved that in 10 years. But I think that even though they are not achieved in 6 months, minus 2 years, or achieving those goals at all or increasing. So asking this question can either help me optimize things more, or increase the chances, the probabilities of successfully reaching in my plan within the original estimation. So I like this question. And Tim Ferriss says, my suggestion is that you spend real time with the questions you find most ridiculous in this book. 30 minutes of stream of conscious journaling could change your life. On top of that, this is the part that I really like. On top of that, while the world is a gold mine, you need to go digging in other people's heads to unearth riches. Questions are your pickaxes and competitive advantage. This book will give you an arsenal to choose from. So, questions are my pickaxes and competitive advantage. This thought, I feel that there is a lot of value in it, that this is new, that this is what I didn't know. This is what I wasn't taught by my parents, teachers, friends, peers. So, or I just wasn't able to wrap my head around it. I wasn't able to see the value in this approach, that in that questions can be game changers for me. Cheers. This is a chamomile tea. It's quite pleasant, and it's cold enough or warm enough, so it's in this right temperature. So I feel like this idea, this thought that questions are your pickaxes and competitive advantage. If I want to improve my life, and if I want to proceed further, advance further, I would say, with my growth and with my earthly possessions, with my projects, with my knowledge, with my English skills and English mastery, this thought is a cornerstone. It's like foundation of further advancements. Questions are my pickaxes and competitive advantage. And I can totally see the value in it. And I've heard the following thought from many people who appear to be successful, that by reading books you can't become a millionaire or billionaire or successful or whatever results, achieve whatever results. And to achieve the actual results, you need to apply that knowledge. And so, this statement about questions, I think that it's that piece of knowledge or piece of advice that if I execute on it, I will be able to have quality level ups in my life. The question is, or questions. So my questions for this piece of advice is, okay, this is great. Questions are my pickaxes and competitive advantage. Then next thing would be, okay, this, and he states, this book will give you an arsenal to choose from. Great. So he says that this book will present me many questions from which I can choose whatever questions I find applicable and helpful in my own situation. But let's say I've got those questions. I found them. One of the questions or area of those questions, of such questions, is his fear setting exercise. Which is a piece of content or a framework, maybe, that I feel like I'm really interested in exploring and applying for making decisions, for and okay, let's say I've got those questions and I ask myself about 10 years versus 6 months. Then what should I do with the answers? And from psychotherapy, I know that It's me who should decide then what to do with those answers. But still, I think that here the devil will be in those details, and that this is where it's on me to try and explore, asking those questions, and then looking at whatever the answers or changes I will come with the answers, or with trying to answer those questions. So it's probably not a simple, not hard, but simple answer for that. So probably I should just start trying to ask those questions and see what happens. And when I think about it, I notice that I'm really scared of trying something. So let's say it's this fear setting exercise, and I'm just like, okay, let's try it. Let's try to do it. And I notice that there is resistance in me. There is this process that I don't want to fail. And I mean, by I don't want to fail, I mean, I don't want to try going through this exercise, and then somewhere in the middle of trying to not be able to successfully complete like a task that is given within this exercise. So, for example, let's say Tim Ferriss tasks me to do X and Y, and I was able to complete X, but I'm not able to complete Y, and I feel a lot of shame there. I feel like I lost. I feel it's very painful. It feels awful to be in that situation. So I think that, and so again, there is someone who judges. So always with those, not always, I'm not sure, but when I think right now about this and what prevents me from just trying to do whatever I find interesting and worth trying, is that with this process comes a judge, like, okay, yeah, you failed. You're a failure. So I don't want to lose. I'm scared, like to death, to lose, to fail. And I think that this is what's behind my resistance? What is the source of my resistance to just try things and fail, and use that additional information that I had discovered from the failure and adjust and think where to go next, what to do with that information, and what do I want to do now. So I think that it's another direction of growth for me. So, but it is it is extremely difficult, and this area has very high charge. And let's see what's with the time. Okay, so my timer says that it's been more than 30 minutes, and I've got more things to do for today. So I'm gonna start ending this video, and I feel okay right now. It's quite safe in here, and I really like. It's not that I liked talking about it, but well, yes, I enjoyed talking about this and thinking out loud about this great information from the Tools of Titans book, which is about the questions and their potential value. So that was yet another practice, and see you sometime in the future.